Hello and welcome back to another chess classic. This one was played in Moscow in 1960 and it was played between Geister playing as white and his opponent was Zaitsev playing as black. Today's game features Tarrasch Defense, more specifically Shira Henning Gambit, and for those of you who want to learn or those of you who want to know how to face Tarrasch Defense or how to play it, especially playing this Shira Gambit, you are more welcome to watch this video because it's going to be really helpful. If you wish to improve at chess, you can definitely check the link in the description of this video of a community that I'm a part of, where this community contains everything from chess openings, middle games, end games, how to find a plan, checkmating patterns, tactical patterns, and everything else one chess player might need to improve, all in one place. Definitely worth checking it out, and this game you will truly love. So without further ado, we will go straight into this game. White opens with a d4, we have a d5, after c4 we have e6 for black, and after white develops with knight to c3, with knight to f6 we are in Queen's Gambit, but after c5 we are in Tarrasch Defense, immediately counter-striking in the center and challenging white. We have c takes on d4 and right now c takes on d4, which is slightly worse here. This is the so-called Shara Gambit, where black gambits a pawn for the development. Game continues with queen takes on d4. Black develops with knight to c6. You cannot take this knight since this queen is defenseless. Queen retreats to d1. We have e takes on d5. Queen takes on d5. Of course white wants to trade because he's a pawn up, and bishop d7 was played for black. Black doesn't want to trade. Bishop to g5 immediately attacking this queen. Knight to f6 developing move attacking this queen, and now white decided to trade this knight for this bishop. After queen takes on f6, white continues with e3. His plan is to develop the king side and maybe castle long side, but usually white castles short. Black castles on long side, and already there are some sort of threats here with developing this bishop and creating a discovered attack on this queen. In this position white decided to play queen to b3, which is a not the best move, not a biggest mistake, but it's not the best move. One of the moves here actually after long castle was queen to f3, was another move here for white, although both moves are not that good. Computer recommended line after a long castle actually is to completely ignore this kind of threats and simply go knight to f3 and wait for black's move. But after queen to b3, black continues his development with a bishop to e6, right now trying to attack this queen, and in this position queen to a4 was played for white. White decided to refuse this trade, although after bishop to e6, bishop c4 was the best reply, and right now black can trade here. Although there is no threats on the king side, you simplify the position and you try to play with a pawn up. Your king is relatively safe. There is nothing here black can do, but after bishop to e6 and queen to a4, now this is a crucial mistake of the position, because a bishop b4 now is what follows here for black. By the way, I forgot to show you something else. I will just quickly go back here to show you after long castle here why long castling here for white doesn't work. Well, simply because a bishop to g4 opens a discovered attack on the queen and also on this rook, and after queen moves, black will be an exchange up. So as I mentioned, queen went to a4. We have a bishop to b4 right now, and in this position rook to c1, another mistake by white here. White wanted to solidify this pawn here. He didn't want this queen invading here. Seems like a logical move, but actually is a mistake, because right now black all of a sudden had an amazing and spectacular move, rook to d2. Truly brilliant move, simply because this rook is free for taking here, and this rook also creates another threat here with this weak f2 pawn. Queen wants to invade. In the game king takes on d2 was played, but after rook to d2 another way to play this position, and actually king takes on d2 was best by computer evaluation. I guess you can play f4 here by computer standards, but after this rook takes on b2, sorry, pardon me, not rook takes on g2, but rook takes on b2, and now this knight hangs and your position is crumbling down. So definitely not easy here. So after rook to d2, white king decided to take this rook. Black continues with queen picks up on f2 with a check. King goes on e2, and now black must be precise, and he continues with the strongest move, which is bishop to f5, creating a mating net around this white king. White is in a desperation mode. There is nothing you can do here. You can go with your king on d1, but then after rook to d4, I will show you right now actually, if you go king to d1, then rook to d8 is a move, and after this, if you go for example with knight to d5, sorry about that, then queen to e1 is checkmate. After rook to d8, you can go with a knight to d4, and after knight takes on d4, bishop d3 is the best continuation here, but then simply knight c6 is the move recommended here for computer. Very difficult to play. This piece is pinned, this king is almost mated, and you are a piece down, so the game is over. After bishop to f5, the game continued with queen picking up on b4, desperation move. Firstly, black continues with rook d8 check, and after queen blocks on d4, we have knight picking up on d4, knight b5 check. Black retreats his knight and blocks this check, and also gives the check of his own with this rook. After knight to d4, we have king to b8, simply just to open up this knight, and this knight will be ready to enter the game. After this move, white played king to d1, and black decided to pick up this pawn, and the game was done here. White decided to turn off the clock and resign, since the game is completely done. White's position is in ruins here. Everything is pinned and everything is hanging, and it's just a matter of time where white will get checkmated or either lose even more material, and this game is done. Unfortunately, this underdeveloped king side really took a toll in this game, and this is how this game ended. So, and this is all I have prepared for you today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. So as you can see, a really nice cool idea with Tarrasch Gambit. If you hate playing against the d4, I know I do, so why not use this idea maybe in some of your games. Maybe you don't need to go for Tarrasch Gambit, but definitely Tarrasch Defense is even played today at the top level. Really good opening for black, and really active. If you want to, this gambit especially, if you want to avoid those boring London-like structures where the pieces move around and everything is so blocked and locked, definitely an opening to consider, guys. And yeah, if you wish to improve at chess, I definitely invite you to check this community I'm a part of in the link of the description of the video, as I mentioned in the beginning. And as always, I will enjoy reading your comments. I will continue making these miniatures. I will try to upload them every day, if not then every second day at least. And yeah, guys, if you have any other suggestions of the game you would like me to analyze, do let me know in the comments below. I will be gladly to do them. Anyways, I wish you a pleasant day. Thank you so much for your attention, and bye bye.